Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good morning, our YouTubers. Good morning, our YouTubers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, JDM. Andrew, good morning. Taco Poppy, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Facial. Jade, good morning. We got the coconut juice on the board right out of the gate. Gotta hammer these things. It is the coconut juice. The juice is loose. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, JJ, how are you? Good morning, KK. Only Dan, hello. User, good morning. Christina Zan, good morning. Bam, bump, 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 bump. Erica, good morning. Hello, my beauties. Hello, hello. Only Dan with the rose. April with the heart me. Get your heart me's in. SM, good morning. Don't forget, the super chats are available over there on YouTube. Hello, Mr. Dave with the $1.99 super chat over there on the tubes. Guys, we got to hammer these coconut juices. Let's go, let's go. User with the heart me, user with the goat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. Facial Blaster and Candy with the coconut juice. The coconut juice, yes. We love some coconut juice. Good for hydration. Marcus, Tanya, thank you so much. Paul Miranda, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Bump, 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 bump. Woo, 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 woo. Candy with the shares, yes. Mind blown, hello. Mr. Dave with the heartbeat. Tanya with the coconut juice. Tanya! Let's go, let's go, let's go. We are at 7,000. Right here, my friend. You tell me what ticker it is. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. April Stapleton with the Sour Buddy. Thank you, my April. We are at 8.8 thousand likes. As soon as we get to 10K thousand likes, we get the party started. We got to get at least minimum 150,000 likes today. 150,000 likes today. Okay, can we do it, team? Put it in the chat, YouTube and TikTok. Can we do it? Yes or no? I want to see answers. Jules with the rose. Luli with the rose. Jules with the dolphin. Yes. Good morning, Living Well. Yes, let's do it. As a team, as a collective effort, we can do it, team. I know we can. Tenny Flows with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, my dear Tenny Flows. We are at 12K. Good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing well. Girl, mom, good morning. All we ask that you do is donate if you can. Tap the screen and share the live out. Them donations help the ALGO tremendously, okay? Then the taps and then the shares, all right? And get your heart me's in, please, 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 please. We don't use EMAs. I wish we didn't have to do any of those things and we could just stream on here, but don't get me started. All right, here we go. Miss Market yesterday, gap up. Told you not to do that, didn't I? No. We were coming back. Because why? The state over and over and over again. Woo! And there she blows. Woo! Who got some good puts yesterday? Limbo, hello, my Limbo. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Look at that beauty right there. Woo! Did you guys get your trend lines in? Look. Did you get your trend line in? To the moon! Never question the Voss. All right, here we go. Miss Market. Currently, where's that guy who said we were going to have a big bullish day yesterday? Remember he was here in the morning? Told him he was crazy? Silly gooses. They don't know the state of their stock. Period. End of discussion. We are in a neutral state right now. We are in position 1. But the problem is we are in a bearish state. We are in a bullish position here on the SPY. All right. To the downside, under 650.63. We got our 5-minute 200 there at 650.32. Mark that down, please. 650.32. And then at 650.21, we have our hourly 20 as support on the SPY. All right. To the upside, you got room up to the pivot. 70% of all new highs will fail. Again, 654.63, and then 655 area here on Miss Market. Put it in the chat. Good morning, my beauties. Apple right now, we're in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone. Yes. Watch Apple's 200 here. We got that big Powderhound ski slope currently going on here with Apple, all right? Above 227.60, you have room up to 233, but we're going to check the higher time frames and see if anything else is in our way. And then we got double confirmation. On the hourly, we have 233 as well. Hourly 20 is right there for your double confirmation. To the downside here on Apple, under 225.92, you have room down to 225 whole number and then 224 whole number because these are your two pivots under that whip zone. Mark them down on the board. On the board. Hello, KK. Good to see you. The Qs. The Qs. Right now, we are in a neutral state, bearish neutral state. We are in the whip zone currently here on the Qs. All right. The Qs, you will have room. We'll go right to our hourly. You have that's double top up here, 583, and then 584 on the Qs as we bring this over. I'll show you. All right. Above the whip zone, boom, boom. Right there is your two goalposts. Boop. Major resistance up there on them Qs. Mark that down. Under the whip zone, you got room down to 571.62 right here. 571.62. And let's see if we have a 5 or a 15. Yep. 574 is your first stop. 15-minute 200 first at 574. And then you have room down to 571.62 where your hourly 200 is going to be. Hello, my TikTokers. Boeing. How we doing, my TikTokers? To the moon. Let's go. How did we do yesterday? Was it a red day or was it a green day? Put it in the chat, TikTok. Did we have and YouTube? Did we have a green day or a red day in the markets yesterday? Yeah, Tesla's coming up. Uncle John with the live. Thank you. Adam, thank you. Zoo with the rose. Jules, yes. Finish off those coconuts, my brothers and sisters. Finish off those coconuts. Green day, green day, green day. Green day. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice. All right. On AMD yesterday. Yep. I got that bad boy right there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Position 3. Where you think you're going? To the moon? You think you're going to the moon? That was trade number 1 on AMD. And then this was trade number 2. I got this long right here. Whoop. Whoop. Right there. Took $1.50 per share out of the market yesterday. Yes, it is. Why? Because I know state, I know position. Yes. Let's go, Boeing. Let's see what we got on the Boeroonies. We are in a narrow state on Boeing. And we are in position 1. Here it comes. Alert, alerts here on Boeing. Position 1, a narrow state. Yes. You got room up to 229 on Boeing, my beautiful, beautiful traders. 229. All right, 229. Let's see if we get an hourly. Yep, right there, hourly, 229. You also got a 200 on the hourly at 229. Major resistance on Boeing to the upside at 229. Under 226.58, you will have room down to this double bottom here at 226. AVGO? Sure. Good morning, Levi Johnson. Good morning, VIP. Welcome to all the new VIP members. Right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone here on AVGO. Under 363.76. You have room down to 351. 351. Let's get double confirmation on that. Yep. 350.54, 351. You also have the hourly 20 there on AVGO. All right. Above 371.16, you will have room up to a 373 on AVGO. Hello, Albert. How are you, Albert? Good to see you over there on the tubes. The Qs. The Qs right now in bearish neutral state, bullish position 1 to the upside. Going to be a little choppy on the Qs at the open for a little bit. All right, you will have room up to 584 on them Qs. 584 under the whip zone, under 578.56. 578.56. Your first stop on this will be 574. Mark it down. How do we like these levels every morning? Aren't they a doozy? Woo, 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 woo. How should you be practicing on your demo account? We teach that in the VIP, LXT. Yes, everyone should be in the simulator. If you are new to trading, if you are been trading for a while and, you know, messing up accounts, you got to be trading in a simulator. If you can't graduate out of a simulator, you'll never should ever trade real money. Simulator, simulator, simulator. Simulator, everyone put hashtag simulator in the chat, please. Baba. All right, here we go. We are in a narrow state here on Baba. Narrow state on Baba. Where do we gapping up to here? 148. All right, you're up there in position 3 on the Baba-roonies. 148. All right, so you're going to watch your hold numbers. 149, 150, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You are in this narrow state on this, so you got to watch out for the gap and nap on this. When you're in a narrow state and you get big gaps to the upside, you have two choices. You're going to pull back nicely or you're going to nap. You're going to move up a little bit and then nap on the vine, okay? So you got to be careful with that with BABA. Your 50% retracement level on this will be 146.50. Good job. How soon should you be trading in the simulator? As soon as you, immediately. What simulator should people use? Daz has a good one. TradingView, TradeStation. Good job. Hashtag simulators. In a simulator, typically you want 6 months straight of being green. Minimum 350 trades. So if you're green in a simulator this month, but month 4 you're red, you start back to month 1 again. And you start back to 350 trades again. Weeble. I wouldn't use that one. Sue Felicia with the heartbeat. Shelly Stringer with the heartbeat. Adam with the popular. Thank you. Finish off these coconuts. Finish off the coconuts. UNH. UNH right now, we're in a neutral state. We're in position 2 to the upside, all right? As we go over to our hourly, your first stop on this will be 350. Your next stop will be 351. And your third stop will be 352 here on UNH, okay? So mark those down. Under the whip zone of 345, get under the whole number here. You'll have room down to 338.50. Good morning, Fit Wakely. Good to see you, my brothers. MU. Right now on MU, we'll put you in as a narrow state. We are in a narrow state on MU. We're way up there in position 3. Remember, folks, watch these narrow states up in position 3 because you have 2 choices. The pullback, well, first you'll get a little move up, and then you'll nap, all right? Or you're going to get the move up, and then you're going to get your break of structure. So you got to be careful with those narrow states, because a lot of times time is against you on these, okay? So on MU, let's see what we got. We're way up there. I just want to get this retracement level in, okay? Your 50% will be right around 144. 144 here on MU. Shelly Galvin, Sue Felicia, Uncle John, the coconuts. Thank you, Sue and Shelly. Tesla. All right, on Tesla, we are in a neutral state, bearish neutral state. We're in the whip zone here on the Tesla Rooney. It's going to be a little chap on this at the open, okay? So be careful. Under 347 whole number, under the whole number, you have room down to 342. Mark that down, 342 here on Tesla. Above 352.32, above the whip zone level, you have room up to this triple top, 356 and then 359. Hector Isaias with the coconut. We got one more coconut on the board. Thank you. Thank you, my beauties. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. All right, AMD to the moon. Anyone else get that AMD short with me at the open yesterday? Right now, we are in a neutral state. Yes, we are in position 1 to the downside on AMD. Be careful here on the 15-minute. All right, we got our 15-minute 200 on that sucker. We want to come off that 200 or come down, retest it, and look for a possible short on AMD. All right, and you got room down on 155.50. 155.50. That is where your 1 hour 20 will be. Above 160.16, we got room up to the pivot, 165 and then 168 on AMD. Keep tapping over there, Teddy Flows. Mr. Dave, are we tapping over there on YouTube's? Are they tapping or are they napping? We're at 52,000 taps over here on TikTok. Let's get up to 70,000 taps, everybody. Go, go, go. Mr. Dave, yes, with the coconut juice. Thank you, my friend. me all night long. How did this get turned around? 70,000, my beauties. Hello, Joe C. Good to see you. Little Hood. Little Hood of the Robin Hood. To the moon. Nope. Coming back to the 20. Look. We're going to the moon. No, you're not. You're coming back. I told you. Right now, we're in a wide state here on the hood. When are they going to listen to me, VIPers? When are they going to listen to me? News. News, news. News, news, news. New news, news. News, 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 news. 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 We are in the wide state. We're in the whip zone here on the hood. I wouldn't be doing any of that to the downside, that's for sure. You're going to be choppy on the hood here because, Rob, we got to get this back together again. And until we do that, you're going to be chop. All right, so on the 15, 1 hour, once you do get back to a narrower state above 119.50, you will have room up to 123. 123 here on the hood of Robin. You better get all your friends in here because we're going to save them a lot of pain, all right? So everyone right now, go tell all your friends to get in this live with this bald-headed guy named Voss because he's going to save you some pain, all right? Amazon! Let's see what we got. We're in neutral state. We're in the whip zone. He is. Same old story. Above 232, we got room up to 235. 235, that's your first stop. Let's see if we get an hourly 20 up there as well. And there she blows. 235, hourly 20. Yes, it is. Major resistance at 235. Under 229.14, you got room down to 226.50. That's your hourly 200. Simon, yes, with the boxing gloves. Andrew the Believer with the live and the goat. Thank you, Shelly, Grizzly, Mr. Dave, everybody. Woo! Get that air horn going. Get those cheers going. Do we love this game? Do we love this game? When you give yourself a fighting chance? When you're guessing, it's not so fun. All right, right now, Nvidia, we are narrow. We are narrow. We are in position 2 here on Nvidia. All right, on the vids, we got room up to 179. First stop, 179 here on the vids. And then your next stop will be 181 on Nvidia, 181. Under the whip zone of 175.99, you'll be under the whole number. You will have room down to 172. That's where your hourly 20 is. Let's see if we get a 5 or 15 minute Let's see if we get a 5 or 15 minute 200 right around 172. And there she is. 5 minute 200, 172. Major support. Isn't this amazing? You've been looking at charts so long, you just know where the moving averages are based on higher time frame moving averages. Can you do that? Can you do that? Yes. Microsoft. All right, folks. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button right now. Everybody, hit that follow button. We're going to give you a shout out here on the live. Verified with the follow. Thank you, my verified. Who else? What other beauties are out there? All right, Microsoft. Right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside here on the soft, the micro. We got room up to this pivot, 503. Mark that down. First pivot is 503, okay? 503. Then we got a double top up here at 505.50. Mark that down on Microsoft, okay? Ultimately, you got room up to 513.54. Under the whip zone, under 499. Hold number. You got a triple bottom here at 497. Kaya, good morning. Where the hell have you been, Kaya? Where have you been, my beautiful Kaya? Miss Market. Kaya went out to watch some other streams, and she finally realized they suck. I'm coming back to Voss. We are in a bearish neutral state. We are in position 2 on the SPY. You got room right up here to 654, 56, 655. All right, on the SPY. Under the whip zone of 650, 63, watch your hourly 20 right there at 650. Under 650, you got a double bottom here at 649.81 and then 649.50. All right, you got some support here on the SPY Arunas. Lock them up with the follow. Cows. Oh, I can't say the rest of that. Cows with the follow. Look at all these followers. Thank you. Thank you, Shelley Stringer. Simon says, oh. Thank you, my Shelley. IONQ. I can immediately tell who a VIP is by what you say in the chat. I can immediately see who a VIPer is because you guys actually make sense when you're saying something. No, I don't mean I said that wrong. You know what you're talking about with price action. We are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone on IONQ. That came out wrong, truthfully. Under $43.85, you have room down to $43, okay? $43. Whole number. Remember, this is not financial, investment, or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. And you must trade at your own risk. Above $44.43, you got room up to $45 on IONQ. $45, all right? And, yeah, right up to $45. Thank you, Shelley. Yep. Remember, I always tell you guys, a lot of you in the VIP were trolls once too, you know. You used to say, this guy is what he's talking about. And then you started looking back and saying, oh my God, it did do that. 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 They did that. Just kidding, Kaya. Yeah, I dropped my daughter off too. Yep, I get it. And you never know what to expect when you drop them off, right, Kaya? You don't know if it's a total disaster with that carpool line or what's happening. Some days it's smooth. Some days it's like, oh, here we go. It only takes one, right? PLTR. Right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone on PLTR. With that comes, everybody say it in the chat. Narrow whip zone. What do you think's coming? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Everybody flood the chat. Flood it. Flood it. Alerts, alerts on PLTR. To the downside, under 164.97, you have room down to 162. That's where your 5-minute 200 is. All right. Then you have room down to 158. That is where your 15-minute 200 is going to be. And of course, your hourly 20 will be at 162 as well. All right. Back to the upside here on PLTR. Above 168, you got room up to 168.50. And then you have room up to 171. Oh, I get it. Trust me. I get it. To the moon. Hot hands. Thank you over there. Keep those hands hot, baby. Sometimes we got to blow on them. MU, Trinity. She said never. Hey, what happened to my other whip zone? Did Tootsie take the bottom of the whip zone out? We're narrow. We are in position 3 to the upside. Here comes that 50% retracement level right around 145, 144 area. You can look for that pullback. 145, 144. Be careful in the narrow states with the gaps up or gaps down, everybody, because sometimes you'll get that move, one move up that we talk about, and then you nap. All right. You want to look for the break of structure sometimes on this, but your 200 is above the 20, which is good. So you may get that pullback right at the open. We'll see. Facial Blaster is here, Fit. Facial Blaster is here. And now here comes the one, the only. I introduce you to Katana Lim. Yes, she is in the house, everybody. What else are we looking at? I did PLTR. Sup. Google. The Googies. The Googlers. The Googeroonies. See? Whoop, pull back. Whoop, pull back. Back to neutral. Back to wide. Back to neutral. And then, yes. What are we doing? What are we doing? Just listen, for the love of God. Google, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone. Here on the Googs. Under 238.93. You got room back to 238 hold number. That's the first stop. 238 hold number, and then 229.41. That will be your second stop to the downside with the 15-minute 200. All right, my beauties. To the upside here on the Googs, above 239, you'll have room up to 242. Oh, and the pullbacks. The pullbacks. Oh, the pullbacks. You want to know why we get the pullbacks? Someone tell me why. Someone tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. Because all roads lead back to the 20. Bring it back, Google. Bring it back. Yes, Riot. All right, Mike Kaya. We are in a neutral state here in the whip zone. See this right here? Neutral. All right. It's better than I thought. All right. Here on the Riot Roonies. Woo. The Riots. Kaya, watch the whole number. $17. $17. All right. Under the whip zone of 15.96. Your first stop will be this base here. 15.67. Then we have room back down to $15. Oracle. Oracle position 3. Yeah, there's your narrow state. See it? You get the move up, and then you. But ultimately, what do? Whoop. Whoop. Folks, this is not rocket science, all right? Look, 20, 200, come back together again, all right? Now at least you're narrow again. Let's see what we got. All right. Oracle above 332.53. You got room, obviously, up to 346. 346 under 324.64. Your first stop will be 322, and then you're coming back to 312. And as we say where they come from, all roads. It's coming. Just be careful. It will come. It will come. Why don't they listen, Daniel? Daniel, why don't they listen? Huh? OMZ with the heart me. Hadrian Rodriguez with the roses. Yes. Thank you for the heart me and the popular. I appreciate you. Thank you, Shelly and Swanee. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we got roses on the board, everybody. We got roses. IWM. No hablo inglés. IWM. Hello, and rude. $49.99 is cheap on Rude. You ain't going to find anything cheaper than that for the education that you get, my brother. Right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside here on IWM. Yes. All right, you got room up to 238. 238, my beauties. All right, 238. Under the whip zone of 235.47, we got room. Hold on. Back down to this pivot area right here, 231.50, and then 231 on IWM. Excuse me. Hello, Paulo. Simon says, greeting. Greeting to you, my Simon. Thank you. Davion! Yes, there he is. The Davion. AMD coming up, Luli. On the way. I'm putting in Luli. Look at this. I'm pulling in Luli. That's her name, for crying out loud. AMD. AMD right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone here on AMD. Above 160.17 up, under 157.98 down. You have room down to 155.92. 5-minute 200 is right there, okay? 5-minute 200. And then at 155.55, you have your hourly 20 there, okay? To the upside, Luli, above 160.16, you have room up to 165 and then 168, where your hourly 200 is. Simon says with the donut. Thank you, Simon. Yes. Trinity. With a little Uber. Little Uber Roonies. Right now at Uber, we are in position 2. We are in a neutral state. You got room up to first stop, first pivot, $95, okay? Then $96. Under $93.73 right here under the whip zone, you have room down to $92.50. Hello, Rare. Peace and love and respect to you as well. Peace and love to everybody in here. I agree. Love you guys. Andrew with the follow. Hello, Andrew. Good morning, my Marty. How are you? Paulo. A little apple for Paulo. And then we're going to do XRP to the moon. Apple right now, neutral position 2 to the upside. First stop, we have 233 area on Apple. 233. All right. 234.63 on the 15-minute. And then 233 again with the hourly 20. So you got room up to 233 there on Applelicious. Under 225.92 as I bring this back. Okay, you have room down to this pivot right here of 224. XRP to the moon. Let's do it. Realize this is my life. Just for the record yesterday. Whoop. 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 But it's crypto, Voss. It's crypto. Crypto. Nothing changes. Price action is price action, my beauties. We wonder why we have a 92% failure rate. Yeah. All right, XRP to the moon. You got to get back over 303.44 up to 313.70. All right. Under 295.16. You have room down to 289.20. Bum 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 bum. Thank you for the follows, everybody. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. Is it going down? You could take that a few ways, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what are we referring to? What are we actually referring to? Paulo with the dolphin. Thank you, Paulo. Candy with the air dancer. Meta. You crazy. Right now, we are in a neutral state on Meta. We are in the whip zone on Meta. Above 756, you have room up to 759. 759, okay? Mark that down. 759. You also got double confirmation because at 759 to the upside, you also have an hourly 200 and hourly 20. 759, major resistance on Meta. To the downside, under 751, hold number, you will have room down to 745. Mooney, hello, my Mooney. Yes, it is. The VIP is open, everybody. If you want to learn how to trade correctly, you're going to head over to thevosstrading.com. That is where you're going to get into the VIP. 60 plus hours of educational recordings. You're also going to get live trainings 2 nights a week by me at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You're also going to upload your trades for review. We will review your trades in your simulator. If you can't be consistently profitable in a simulator, you will never be consistently profitable with real money. Never, never, never. Will never, ever, 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 ever happen. UNH. But before we do a little UNH, we're going to have to hammer these roses. We are at 110,000 likes. Yes, we're almost at 150. We're almost at 150. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Simon. Appreciate you. Owania, thank you so much. Swanee, thank you. Jules, Owania, Simon, Paulo, thank you, everybody. Luis Garcia, good morning to you. Come on, babies. Let's get up to 130 on those taps. Let's go. Tap, 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 tap. We're in a neutral state. We are in position 2 on UNH to the upside, okay? You got room first stop 350, 351, and then 352 on UNH, all right? Coming back down under 345, under the whole number. Watch this base right here at 341.50, 342 area. As we're coming under the whip zone, watch the base, okay? Then you have room down to 338.43. Oh. Oh. Am I from India? Yes. I'm from India. I lived there all my life. Are you from India, Montesh? See? On C, we are in an arrow state. We are in the whip zone on C. Okay? Above 97.50 to the upside. Above 97.50 to the upside, you have room up to $98 here on C. Under the whip zone of 96.83 and 96.70, we have an hourly 20 right there. Then you have room down to 94.35. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. You're from India, cool. Pune? Yeah, I lived in Pune for a little while. Then I moved out of Pune. I said, what the hell? They have delicious spaghetti and meatballs in India. Tesla. Huh. Right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone here on Tesla. Yes. Under 347.21, we have room down to 342 on Tesla. 342. Above 352.32, you have room up to this triple top on Tesla. 356.50 and 357. Let's go. Tap, tap, tap over there on the tubes. All my Indian brethren, hit over there and tap that screen on the tubes. Let's go. We're at 122,000 likes. We got half the roses left. What else are we doing? Put it in the chat. Spy? Sure. Sure thing. So let me do one thing. SPY right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside here on a SPY. We have room up to the high, 655, 655, 654.50, 655, okay? Under the whip zone of 650.63, you got a 5-minute 200 right there at 650.32. You also have an hourly 20 right here, everybody, at 650.21, okay? Coin for the blaster of facials. Facial blaster. Right now on coin, we are in a neutral state, bearish neutral state in the whip zone. Yes, on coin. Above 319, you have room up to 322. 322 first stop, okay? Under the whip zone of 312.73, you have room down to 307. That is where your 15-minute 200 is. 307. Esther Lopez with the roses. Hillary with the heartbeat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. NQ. We got a little NQ for you. Shook me all night long. Shook me all night long. 15-minute looks good. Hourly, let's mark it about. All right, here we go on NQ to the moon. Above 23,976.25, you got room up to 24,045.50. All right. Under 23,838, under the whole number, you got room back down to 23,641.50 here on NQ. On NQ, TJX. Let's see for Kaya what we got here on a little TGX. Right now, we're in a neutral state. We're in position 2 to the upside here on TGX. As we come back on our hourly, we have room up to 141 here on TGX. 141 under 139.39. You have room back down to 139 hold number. And then you have room down to 138.50 on TGX. Oracle to the moon. Narrow state here on Oracle. Currently, you are in position 1, 334.62. You will have room on Oracle back up to 346. As we come back down the board here on Oracle, under 324.64, your first stop will be 322. That's where your hourly 8 is. And then you will have room back down to 312, where your hourly pivot is. Can we finish off the rest of those roses, everybody? 500 left. 500 left. As a team, we are at 127,000 likes. Tap that screen. You're welcome. Tanya with the roses. Esther with the roses. K-I-Y, hello, beautiful, with the roses. Alan with the roses. It's a rose party. It is a rose party. Let's go. UPS. Right now, you are in a neutral state on UPS, all right? Neutral. Whoop, whoop. You are way down there in position 3 on U of the P of the S, all right? So let's go get you some support. Gonna have to go get you some daily support now. You're at it right here. Right here, $82 major support on UPS. That's your daily pivot right here. All right, daily pivot. Now, what we're going to do in here for you, you're at the daily pivot. For a move back to the upside, right around $83 is your 50% retracement. Good morning, Sandra. How are you? How are you, my Sandra? Thank you, Sandra. Hillary. Jason Cook, I don't know what you're saying. Hello, Wizard. Meta? We got a little meta for you right here. Remember, if you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are here every day. Before we do Meta, any new followers, we're going to give you a shout out right now. Help Hillary and Sandra and OMZ finish those roses off. We're almost there. We're at 130,000 likes. Bum, 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 barbarin. Hello, Wizard. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Hit that follow button, Wizard. Meta, neutral state. We are in the whip zone currently. That's when we're between these two white lines. That's the whip zone, okay? Above 756, get over the whole number. You have room up to 759 here on a Meta, all right? 759, we also got triple confirmation at 759. We have an hourly 200. And we have an hourly 20 up there as well, okay? Under the whip zone of 751, you will have room back down into this base area here, 747, okay? Right in this base. As we come down and short into this base, you got to watch out for back that direction. Josephina, Nino, Swanee, and Adam, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. You're new? Well, welcome. Welcome. Thank you, Josephina. Love you, love you, love you. All right, here we go. Are we ready? JDM, Andrew the Believer, Only Dan, the roll call, April, User, Candy, Facial Blaster, Marcus, Tanya, Paul, Mr. Dave, Jules, Zoo, Uncle John, Adam, Shelly, Sue, Felicia. Everyone had an Uncle John, by the way. Am I correct? Have you all had an Uncle John in your life? Hector Isaias, Mr. Dave, and Tenny Flows over there on the tubes. Simon Says, Swanee, Hadrian Rodriguez, OMZ, Paulo, Davion, OMZ, Mooney, Candy, Josephina, Hillary, Esther Lopez, Swanee, Adam, Sandra. Thank you all for the donations today. Thank you very, very much. It helps the stream so much. You have no idea. Over there on the tubes, thank you so much for all your support. Folks, the VIP is open for $49.99. It won't be open forever, okay? We are going to give you a trading education of a lifetime, all right, that you are going to take with you for the rest of your life, okay? And to get into that VIP, you are going to head over to thevosstrading.com. Everything is there. Our education platform is there. Everything is there. And we will greet you in the VIP once you join. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. VIPers, we'll see you in the chat. Let's get some good trading, everybody, in your simulators. We trade in the simulator. I love you all. Have a great day. No training tonight. I got back to school. No training tonight. I will post Tuesday's training today. So I want you all to watch the last two trainings that we did on the live, okay? In the VIP. I need you guys to really digest all of that.